So my name is Jackson Kohler. I'm from Lehigh, Utah. I'm an outfielder on the baseball team. I just finished my second year at CSI. I signed to go to Dixie State to play baseball here in the future. I chose CSI because out of high school, I thought it was going to be a great fit for me. I really liked the coaching staff. I loved the school environment, and I just wanted to be part of that.
Awesome. So, what are you most grateful for as a CSI athlete?
I'd say coming to CSI has provided me a lot of opportunities. I'm very grateful for the opportunity that I've obviously had to continue to play a game that I love and enjoy playing while getting an education. But it's also given me the opportunity to meet people and to have different experiences that I don't think I would have gotten elsewhere. So to me, that's what has been awesome about coming to CSI.
How has being an athlete benefited your experience at CSI?
Oops, sorry. Coming in your freshman year, it's a different environment, especially moving out of state. You're kind of thrown into a new life, living on your own, taking care of yourself, and just being away from home for the first time. So coming and being a part of athletics at CSI really kind of threw me in where I was automatically good friends with 35 other dudes. And that kind of translates into your sophomore year as well. So I think being part of athletics has allowed me to meet people that I wouldn't have otherwise met. And so to me, that was a big thing. It's just getting to make those connections.
That's great. What are you most proud of in your time as an athlete for CSI?
This is a tough question because, you think of all the personal awards and the statistics and everything. But to me, the thing I'm most proud of is from where I started at the beginning of my time there to where I feel like I am today. I feel like I not only became a better athlete, but a better person on and off the field, and more equipped for the future and what I'm going to do in life. And so I felt like I really I grew up a little bit and I became more of a man. And to me, that was a big thing.
What would you say is the best part about competing, being an athlete at CSI?
To me, competing is just fun. I think there's nothing like going up to bat and having pitchers 60 feet away and they're doing everything they can to get you out and you're doing everything you can not to get out. So competing at this level and at the college level, it's fun just to go up against your competition and see where you're at. And then you realize you have things to work on, and then you realize you're good at things, and then you kind of just adjust from there. So to me, competing is fun because you learn a lot about yourself, but it's also just enjoyable.
Right. What would you say is maybe one memory or moment that stands out to you about practice or something that happened at a practice?
To me, I don't have one specific memory of practice.
Mm-hmm.
As I look back now with our season getting cut short, they're all special in their own way. They really are. It's one of those things where I look forward to practice every day because that was an opportunity that I had to get better and our team had to get better. And so I'd say every practice as a whole for my last 2 years is special to me because there are those memories and there's little things that happen here and there but it's just the whole practice as a whole. That's what I look forward to.
What's your most memorable in-game moment?
My most memorable in-game moment, this is actually pretty easy. I would say for the last 2 years, every time we have played Salt Lake. I think those are always fun games. They're very competitive. People get into it. But they're always well-fought games by both teams. They're always close games. And to me, going back to the competing question, that's the fun part. And so those are probably my most memorable in-game moments, especially Colton Kent's hit 2 walk-offs against them, and I just think that's awesome. And so,
awesome. What's your funniest or most memorable locker room moment?
My most funny, I'll probably save to share, but I'll go with my most memorable on this one. To me, my most memorable, and not to be a downer, but was getting told that our season was done in the locker room this year. I think, nobody really anticipated it the week before. and all of a sudden our season was shut down, and it wasn't how me or anybody else really planned on the year going or expected it to go. But to me, that was really memorable, and so I think that would probably be my most memorable locker room experience.
So, what would you say, or what are some things that you or the team have done to kind of overcome those feelings of maybe discouragement or disappointment that the season was cut short?
It took me a long time because I was really bummed out because I didn't want the year to end like that. I didn't ever plan on it ending like that. But I think when you take a step back and realize, like, hey, look, there there's a bigger picture here than just us, and you have to kind of think outside yourself and you look at what could the potential risks of it being. I think that at least helped me a lot. And you realize that, okay, life's still going to go on, and we're very fortunate because we get a year of eligibility back.
Right.
But I think when you kind of look outside yourself, that really helps the situation get better. And so for me, that's what I've done, and I've just focused on what I can control now, and that's practicing and working hard to get better until next season.
Right. Looking back at maybe my time as an athlete, the season is where you learn and you grow and you perfect those things to prepare those things for the postseason. What are maybe some of the goals that you had to set as a team and as an individual for the postseason?
You know, our goal as a team has always been conference. Our coach Boomer Walker has always drilled into us that you work hard during conference to get to conference play, and then once conference play comes, anything can happen. And so our goal obviously is to win every game, but realistically, that's not always going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But what we did, and I thought what we were starting to do a really good job as a team, is week by week we were looking at what we needed to improve on, and then taking that into the week after. And so I think that was a big thing for us. Is we were on a we had a really I thought we had a really good mindset as a team where we were always looking for things we could improve on, but we also knew what we did well. And so I think that was a big thing, is we wanted to win the conference, and that was our goal, and our ultimate goal obviously is to make it back to the Junior College World Series. So
Awesome. Um, in your time at CSI, who would you say has inspired you most to become a better athlete?
I've had a lot of great coaches, especially here at CSI, Boomer and Nick and Tyler Mildenberg and Lincoln Rivera last year. And I've been fortunate enough to work with Skip Walker, who was the baseball coach here for many years. But, I've thought a lot about this as I've gotten older, but the people who inspired me the most to become a better athlete is definitely my family. They've given me opportunities throughout my whole life, the best opportunities that they've been able to give me. And so to me, that's the big thing, is I'm very fortunate to have that support system. And I can't thank my parents enough, especially, and even my brother and sister for always being there for me. So that's really my why. That's why I'm driven to do things, and that's why I want to continue to excel and play sports.
Awesome. All right, shifting gears a little bit to some fun questions. What is maybe a quirky or maybe your favorite pregame ritual?
I always kind of just went with the flow last year, but this year, before every home game, I actually decided to start brushing my teeth at the field. I know that's weird. Everybody thought it was weird, but I started to brush my teeth at the field. And so I just do it in the locker room. And so that was probably my favorite thing. I don't know. It kind of just became a habit. So.
Yeah. Awesome. What's maybe one of the hardest things that your coach has asked you to do this past year?
I'd say the hardest thing that he's asked me to do is really step up and be more vocal and kind of take on the responsibility of being a leader. I don't think it's always easy, and it was definitely a learning experience for me, because a lot of times people think of leading when they're playing the best, but you have to lead when you're not playing the best either. And so for me, that was tough. It was hard to learn how to control your emotions, your personal emotions, but do things for the betterment of the team. And so for me, that was a huge lesson that I've started to learn and that I'm learning, and I'm extremely grateful for that opportunity that Boomer gave me to step into that position.
Awesome. Yeah, I think that's a very unique aspect of being an athlete at a JUCO. is since it's 2 years, you don't have the fourth year seniors as the leaders. You have to be a leader in your second year, so you kind of have to
Yeah.
step into those roles earlier. What's maybe one piece of advice that you would leave to those who are freshmen now and going to step into that leadership role next year?
Be yourself. That to me, that's the biggest thing. It's just be yourself. I don't think leadership can be forced. I think it can be earned. I think it can be developed over time. But be who you are and stay true to who you are. And there's different ways to lead. And I think you can have multiple leaders on the team. You don't just have to have one. I
Right.
think leading is about the way you act on and off the field. It's about who you are in the classroom as well as who you are on the field. It's not just about play. It's just not about leading cheers. It's about who you are as an individual. So I'd say if you want to be a leader, be a good person and just be yourself.
Perfect. So you guys usually end your year. You have a end of the year banquet,
Mm-hmm.
and so I want to take this time to kind of let you give out some awards, and also end with some final words for the CSI fans and all those at CSI. So we're gonna
Yeah,
start with who would you say is the team big brain?
that's tough. I'm going to have to go with two on this one. I'm going to go with Ethan Horner and Jake Randall. They're
Okay.
both extremely smart kids, or at least they've convinced us that they are. So they're either really smart or we're all really dumb. But no, they're smart kids. So I'm going to go with those two.
Who would you say is the muscles?
I mean, I'd say me, but no, I'm just joking. I'm going to go with Jason Hibbert and Colton Easton. Both of those two. Both very strong, muscular kids. So,
All right. Who's the team comedian?
oh, this is tough. There's a lot. I'm gonna go with DeAndre Cooper, and I'm gonna throw in Noah Hennings. Those two are always making jokes and laughing in the locker room. Those two are always. There's a lot of those, but those two are just two that stick out in my mind.
All right. Who would you choose as a wingman going out on the
Dawson,
town? Yeah.
Dawson Stiefel, and Carson Scow. Both of them, great dudes, very reliable. You can trust them, no matter what. They're great dudes. So those would be my two wingmen.
Awesome. Who would you say is the life of the party?
I got two again. I've gotten two for every answer. Staley Hensgen and Matt Rule. Those two, hands down, are all the life of the party. They're fun guys to be around. They're just free spirited. They're fun. So those two definitely.
Who's the overachiever?
Charlie Tettinger, our catcher. He's a good dude, hard worker, comes to work every day, works hard, does well in school. I definitely say he's the overachiever.
And who's the team prankster?
Asher Anderson and Nuck, they would come to everybody's room, it seemed like everybody night, and pull some sort of prank. One night I woke up to hot sauce packets being thrown under my door, and I thought it was mice because they were doing it really fast. And so it freaked me out. So I got up and I see all these hot sauce packets, and there they are just outside my door throwing hot sauce under my door. So those two are definitely the team pranksters.
Awesome. All right. Do you have any final words for the CSI fans and those that you're leaving at CSI?
Yeah, I'm so grateful for the last 2 years that I've had to spend at the College of Southern Idaho. To me, they mean the world. The fans here are awesome. The support system that we got through the baseball team and that would come out to the games, it was unbelievable. And we're fortunate enough to obviously have booster families, and I want to thank my booster family, the Mangums, for everything they did for me for my 2 years at CSI. I think that when you look back at it now, it truly is a great place to be. It truly is a place where I've been able to grow and develop as a person and as an athlete. So I'm extremely grateful for those opportunities. And I just want to thank my coaches and Skip Walker and even my teammates. So that's it.